Deborah, my gorgeous Gemini. How are you doing, my baby, my boo-boo? Today we are doing the classic you versus them love tarot reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars, and your person, whatever that means to you. Situationship, relationship, bumble date, marriage. Please show me angels of love. What's happening for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars, and their person. We assume some kind of a rift or separation between you and your baby, and the you versus them. You know how it goes. Gemini. You got a slow-mo, snail's pace, someone slow of thinking. I don't know, can't read and write when it comes to love, or when it comes to your love language, the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a lull for sure. This is a weird spread. This is a weird person. It's a lull. The Seven of Pentacles. They're kind of scheming, watching, waiting. They're not in touch. They're kind of like writing that message, deleting it. If it's new energy, it's someone who doesn't really know how to go forward. You do have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So this is someone who's actually quite serious about you, my boo-boo. But they're very slow. Could be Taurus energy. I smell a Taurus. You have the Empress here as well. How they see you, Empress, Emperor. Anyone in between, gender is arbitrary. They see you as the Empress. So like you are the ultimate. They're actually highly interested in you. If you're in an established relationship with them and you're in some kind of a hiatus or a lull, this person is trying to figure out how best to approach the situation. They know that it's like what's in contention is like where to take how to take the next level. Where do we go from here? Seven of Pentacles. So if it's I almost said a bad word there. Gemini, if it's established, it's someone who knows they got to like figure out how to make the next step. So it could be an engagement, marriage, time to have a kid, another kid. If it's something new, they know they have to like either, it's cuffing season. All right, cuffing season, like put those cuffs on you, maybe in all kinds of different ways. You know how it is on this channel. If you're new, it's always like that. But yeah, that Hierophant is like, this person's super serious, but the problem is that there's something out of kilter, out of joint when it comes to their energy with you. So let's see what happened in the past to make the situation so. And they know that you are abundant, you are wonderful. I was going to say merciful. I don't know. For Freudian slip, but for some reason that came out. Somebody needed to hear it. Maybe you have been merciful with this person, super patient, nurturing, and you're like, no. I don't think it's something doesn't feel like it's over, but it's definitely something in the air, something in the water. If you're not talking, it's because this person's stalling you. I'm getting so much Taurus here, Gemini, and I love Taurus. My Taurus babies, I do. But, Taurus will drive you crazy, especially a Gemini, because you're so fast and light of foot and so scrumptious, and Taurus is just like snail's pace, but cute. On the dark side of Taurus, they could be stingy with their time, money, and they're just taking a long time. Yeah. You're almost shining too bright when it comes to this person. In the past, you got the sun. You're the sun. You're the main character. You're look. Oh my gosh. So I think you made this person nervous as well. First date, when they first met you, they were so nervous, even if you don't know they were. You just you outshone them. You shone so bright, and you got that Empress hair. You're so abundant, so gorgeous. They're intimidated. They are intimidated by your beauty, actually, and your light, just your inner light. This person, look, more Taurus. I know this isn't Taurus energy per se, but low key it is, especially it kind of low key is. The Eight of, not the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Forgive me. Sometimes I say dyslexia. Sometimes I mean one number and I say another. It's I just can't help it. But when I show the card, you know what I'm talking about, Pippo. I'm not trying to be difficult, but yeah, the Nine of Cups. I always that's just full on Taurus for me. As long as I'm okay, cook a nice meal. As long as I got nice food. And a comfortable place to live. This person was happy. This sounds terrible, but they were they were satisfied in themselves. Could be not necessarily perpetual bachelor, bachelorette, anyone in between, but it's that kind of an energy. They were satisfied with the life they had. They had everything they wanted in the material sense. And that's, again, verging on low vibrational Taurus, until they met you, until they met the sun, and they were like, whoa, I didn't know this existed. Before we get into your person's sins and trespasses, let me just say welcome to Blue Angel Love Tarot, Gemini, my boo-boo. You know I love you so much. Your mommy loves you. Thank you for watching. Give me a kiss. I am your mommy. I don't know. At some point, I started calling myself everyone's mommy on this channel, but I feel like it's funny. I don't know why, because I don't actually have kids, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But I love you, babies. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As you know, I'm a Scorpio, but I got such a soft spot for Geminis. You're my lucky little stars, because whenever there's a Gemini in my life, good things happen. And I'm kind of like, even though I'm a Scorpio, I have so many Gemini traits. I feel like, I don't know. So whoever made me up there, like the stars, some stars aligned in all kinds of different ways, because I got I got the Gemini lifestyle. Let me just say that. And you always understand me. So thank you, baby. But yeah, but your person, like, they were satisfied, like, in this like low level way. And air signs always complain about Tauruses in that way. Not to generalize, because, you know, astrology is complicated. But on a very basic level, especially Aquarius and Gemini complain that the Taurus is a little bit boring, you know, routine and all that. It's just such Taurus. Doesn't mean this person is a Taurus sun, but there's something in them that just like kind of bogged down, slow. They were so happy in themselves. Maybe they had been single for a while, or they were just starting to enjoy their single life after a divorce, or like, you know, a relationship ended. They were like, yeah, now I'm good. And then like, it was like, look, it's a grim reaper between you. And then like, it's almost like you shattered their illusions, whatever they thought was true and wasn't true. The Gemini just came in, all gorgeous and, you know, Mercury style. You're like, I'm Freddie Mercury. Well, not to say, you know, whether you identify as Freddie or Frederica or anyone in between, but you know what I mean? Like, imagine Freddie Mercury walking into somebody's life. Hello. And this was like, oh my gosh, what just happened? But like, it's love. They're in love with you. They almost worship you. So much sun here. It's more sun, but we'll get to that in a second. If it was an established relationship, but it was like, it's almost like, what I do see is self-sabotage. They're trying to get their power back, because like, they could have said that as well. Like, there's something about you that's just like destabilizes this person. If it was a long-term connection, something ended here, or it feels like it's ended, Grim Reaper again, because this person wouldn't budge and they wouldn't make that that next step. They took too long. Even if you're married or in a relationship for 20 years, they were like I said, they're stalling something. They're stalling that next stage, and for no reason, really. This person, it's almost like, despite them, they're spiting themselves by making you wait. And in the end, you got so tired of that. You came into your son and you were like, all right, you don't want to do the next step. You don't get married. Or we're married. You don't want to, you know, co-own a house, have a kid, whatever. All right, let me just do my thing. Let me be my Gemini self, because I want to be happy. This person is also like, I think there could be a dual nature. I think this person enjoys luxury things and may have given you a lot of luxury things, but you felt like they just didn't have the enjoyment. Like, they didn't enjoy the moment. They, you know, quality time was not so quality, because it was always like bogged down by something, like a routine, or them overthinking things, or them trying to be in control, or you felt like you always wanted to enjoy your lifestyle with this person, or they gave you a lifestyle. You know, maybe it's like, you know, you're a little baby, this person was buying you cars and things, but in the end, like, they weren't in the car with you. They didn't drive you around. They didn't spend time with you. You had to go to parties, do stuff by yourself. And I think in the end, you were just let me enjoy myself. The Four of Swords, this person's intentions. Oh my God. I'm telling you, if this isn't let me know in the comments, boo-boo, because this is just so overpowering, Taurus. I smell it, you know. I'm like, your mommy's like, when it comes to tarot, like, I just, you know, I study the footsteps. I know it when it's the chupacabra. And being a Scorpio, you know, Taurus is my opposite sign, so I attract them a lot. The Four of Swords, Yeah, they're just they're gonna sleep on it. Your person loves to sleep. Again, basic Taurus energy. They love to sleep. They love to rest. Driving you crazy. But you know what? They're gonna attempt to do that for the next 4 hours, 4 days, 4 weeks. They might be, not doing a lot. But I mean, you can't you can't stop the revolution of the stars and the planets. You got the sun here. Nah, this person's coming in the right way. They're gonna give you whatever you want because they ultimately you're the sun. You're coming up. Look how beautiful that is. You're coming up as the sun and the empress. This person can't help themselves, but give it 4 weeks and then see what happens. Could be uh the sun, so it could be at the closing of the year, or at the closing of the winter season. So, when the sun is relevant, when we crave the sun the most, because this person is in the darkness, they're just frozen. They're kind of frozen. They're used to being stingy. I think it's more feelings than material, but take it as it resonates. For some of you, you are dealing with someone who's stingy materially because they feel like if they control that, then they're not going to lose you, but they lost you because you got tired of being bogged down by them. And then you got the 10 of Wands. This person listen, if you live together and you're in some kind of a separation, or you're living together and it's complicated, this person, or if this person moved out, actually, this person feels to me like someone who isn't dealing with life very well without you. It's too much of a burden. But tell me more, my angels. You gotta be, the Fool. It's almost kind of saying as well, Gemini, if you feel like if they're bogging you down and you have it, that's the thing. Because I don't think it's over. But for those of you who are trying to figure out if you should let them go, let them go. It's almost like this person thinks you're going to be fine because they got money. That's what I feel. They got money, even if they're stingy with it. They got the resources to take care of themselves, and they think they're going to be okay. And maybe materially, with that 9 of chalices here, that 9 of cups, they are in theory. But in spirit, look at that. The Fool walks away, let it go, and then you got the 10 of Wands. It ain't that cute. All right, it ain't that cute living by yourself, doing your thing. It's going to be a burden to them. Let them understand that. Let them gravitate back to the sun if you want to be with this person. What is the advice from Gemini? Queen of Cups. Yeah, sometimes it's better to just let them go. Queen of Cups, look how gorgeous. Not Scorpio energy. I'm loving that for you. Just be smarter than the bull. Be smart. Do it. It's almost like be gentle, be scrumptious, be gorgeous, but do your thing. Fill your own cup. You do have other propositions. That's the second time this card came up in the collectives today. How interesting. Chemistry. There's a lot of chemistry between you and a lot of people. Also, even this person. So for sure, it is some kind of a spiritual connection. But this person needs to learn that they gotta, especially with the Gemini, they gotta change their ways. In the meantime, you got other offers, proposals. Respect that about yourself and your life path. And then you got the Queen of Cups. Yeah. If somebody's bogging you down, let them go. Spend some time by yourself. Explore love. Explore new love. See what comes in, because you got a lot of opportunities. And that's from now until the end of the year. It's almost like, well, yes, snooze, you lose. And that's a lesson a lot of Tauruses sometimes have to learn. And I'm saying this boo-boo, I love Taurus. I do, obviously, because I'm Scorpio rising. So I do have Taurus in my chart. But babe, it's the kind of Taurus. This is not Taurus hate, for real. I love my Tauruses. But this is the kind of Taurus that would drive a Scorpio and a Gemini up the wall and all around 59 times. So let them do their thing in their snail's pace. You snooze, you lose. That's the lesson they got to learn. I love you, baby. These videos are so long. I don't know. I just missed you, baby. I love you. If you're interested in a personal reading, all the info is down below here in the description box. I'll see you next time. Stay sparkly, stay gorgeous, stay moisturized, and may the angels protect you.